Did y'all notice the other day when Chuck Berry died, how quickly the media went to white artists and didn't speak to black artists? Now, I'm not saying that white people didn't appreciate Chuck Berry's music, but considering that Chuck Berry had lawsuits and people stole his music and made millions of dollars off, when did you think they probably said, you know what? We're not going to run and talk to white artists real quick. We're going to talk to black artists, or we're going to talk to variety artists. But then I started thinking about it a little bit more. There's a reason why they didn't talk to black artists. Because you notice those of us on social media, or those blacks on TV, or more so on Roland Show, we made sure we mentioned that who was the originator or one of the architects of rock and roll. Chuck Berry, Ike Turner, Little Richard, Fat Domino, you know, you name it. Those cats, and let's not forget the sisters, but those cats were the ones who it was the innovator. And to sit there and see them run to Bruce Springsteen and all these other people is a slap in the face. Now, this ain't the first time they've done this. When B.B. King died a couple of years back, they pulled the same thing. Michael Jackson, they did the same thing. James Brown, they did the same thing. See, the thing is, even in death, well, once they realize they can make money off us in life, they realize they can make more money in death. They figured we better go claim it. We better let the niggas set the tone. They said since he died, his the downloads of his music increased like 900 and something percent. That's what they said. Now here it is. I guarantee you that it was mostly men and women of our parents' age group, or Chuck's age group, or maybe even Gen Xers. Because as I said before, we grew up watching what our parents watched, and back in the day, cats like Chuck Berry and them would come on to variety shows. We seen little movies. Hell, everybody remember that scene Back to the Future when Michael J. Fox was playing at the high school prom, and what song he was playing? Johnny Be Good. Think about it. Think about it. And then they tried to make it. And even then, if y'all don't remember exactly, Michael J. Fox is playing Johnny Be Good, and the brother said, "Hey, hey Chuck, it's your cousin Marlon Berry. Listen to this." So basically, you trying to say that Chuck Berry stole Johnny Be Good from a white man, and for some reason, I don't know why black folk never got mad about that. Got mad about that because we dismissed it as one of those causality loop things that we in science fiction, or we just took it as some joke. No, if you really think about it, it is an insult. That somehow it was the little white dude that actually came up with Johnny Be Good, not the brother. When you hear people talk about the blues, when B.B. King died, white folk come out, they went to the clubs, interviewed number wife. I'm like, huh? When Michael Jackson died, the people attacked that man relentlessly. Called him Wacko, Jacko, all kinds of crazy names. But when he died, Bill O'Reilly, Peter King, Joe Scarborough, Tim Russell's, may he rest in hell, Widow Marine or Orth, they was talking shit about Michael Jackson. Fast forward today, Michael Jackson estate sell more than Elvis. People still buy Michael Jackson shit. But what they still do? Remember Michael Jackson, last night people had a special amount gone too soon. And they made sure they mentioned Michael Jackson troubles. Then when they talked about Whitney Houston, they made sure they talked about her issues and tried to make it like her husband was the one that did it to her. They did it the other day with Chuck Berry. Well, you know he was arrested, but y'all don't know the whole story. Well, he had proper legal run-ins. But when white folk die, they sanitize it. So why they so at the same time why they praising him and going to get certain people to praise him, they gotta make sure we gotta give him a black eye. They did this to the left eye. They did this to Leah. They did it more so the left eye. Remember, house caught on fire. Remember, her and Andre Rison got into a fight. But these motherfuckers make their living off us, and they still can't help themselves. Now, one of my well, not I wouldn't say one of my subs, but somebody left a comment. Actually, two people, and they said that Chuck was still performing well to his nights because he wanted to. Yes and no. I don't think anybody want to work that long. I mean, maybe that was his fountain of youth. Maybe that's what got him through. But from what I understand, that he was working on an album and just finished it or something. It's supposed to release sometime this year, near the end of this year. But I don't think he wanted to work all that time. I really don't. I remember Little Richard gave an interview. They asked him about it. He said, I don't really want to do this for the rest of my life. He said, I enjoy it. It keeps me happy. But he said, sometimes you just want to relax. You don't think that Chuck Berry and Little Richard, and even though Michael Jackson helped give these guys back their catalogs, because that's another reason why they hated Michael Jackson. They want to be like Pat Boone and Andy Williams and the rest of these motherfuckers, like Elvis and them. Chill. They want to be able to pass their legacy on to their kids or grandkids. It's sad that a man performed all them years and saw everybody else get the benefit and be called the king of this. It's sad that these men was creating new sounds and it was innovative and other people took it and they claim it as theirs. Today, if you talk about rock and roll, a lot of people think it's a white created music genre. If you look at music across the board and they ain't created it. Yeah, and even classical. I know people like, what? Yeah. Country ain't nothing but watered down blues and R&B. Or pop is nothing but watered down R&B. Hell, motherfuckers got into the rap game. Even I was watching last night, and I might do a video on it. I was watching that this Flash Supergirl mini crossover where they were singing like they was in musicals, and I noticed that some of the people that were singing, the ones that are suspect or the one they actually know that have a color, they were singing, and they had this sort of like they've been around a lot of black folks singing style, if you know what I mean. So that Justin Bieber sound, you know what I mean? You can tell. We influenced everything, but the media made sure they brought his trouble past, but they made sure he went to white artists to get they take. They didn't go talk to the black artists. Why didn't they go talk to Lenny Kravitz or why didn't they talk to Aretha Franklin or Buddy Guy, any of those people like that? Why didn't they talk to Barry Gordy and them? Why didn't he talk to anybody that were black that was influenced? They don't want you or people outside the community to see this as a black art form. For us to be the most hated people on this planet, we create every goddamn thing everybody benefit from, and then people turn around and say, you didn't do it. Why you think they so hell-bent on taking certain things out of the school books? Why you think they so hell-bent on defunding public education? Why you think they want to cut shit from PBS so you won't see no more Ken Burn documentaries? You won't see no more behind-the-scenes shit. They don't want you knowing that. Why you think, and I've been yelling this for like the last 15 years, but on YouTube the last 6 years, why in the fuck don't you see shit about black history anymore? They say Dr. King and Freedom Riders. They might bring up John Lewis and that's it. Rosa Parks if we lucky. Think about that for a second. These are things you notice. Like I said, when Little Richard passed on, and he may outlive us all, they're going to do the same thing to him. And watch what they're going to say. His flamboyant style. His questionable attire. Blah, 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 blah. his outspoken persona. And they're going to try to find some negative to put on him too. Or they're going to downplay his contributions. Don't tell me what these devils will and will not do. And let me say this again. If you ain't racist, I ain't talking about you. But if you are, fuck you.